How we doing, guys? Afternoon. It's the Saintsman, small van driver on the CX. It's 2 o'clock and it's Bank Holiday Monday. Been a busy weekend. Haven't had time to do this. Last week in the life of, it was a struggle. Too many dead miles last week. Too many dead miles. Friday sort of saved the day, really, which I don't like to work that way around. I try and get good money in first, but yeah, Friday sort of saved the day, really. Um, Fuel was 119, which worked out 143. I've just put diesel in my uh, car, my Volvo, and it's 151. So still a 7-8 pence saving. So it's worth doing. We had a job to Enfield, Northampton to Enfield, and it was okay money. It was all right. In Enfield, I don't mind. North London, right by the North Circuit, the M25. And you bring in Chesham and a good area. Normally, that north end, you can get to places to pick up loads. And I did get a load. I got a load from Chelmsford to Kidderminster, so it wasn't a bad day. It was over target. Uh, but Kidderminster, you think Birmingham, but it's a good way south of Birmingham. But we got the job, and we got a good pence per mile on both them, and happy with that. And the second job was just one box, very small box, going to Kidderminster, and I could not get a job back. I didn't start till 8:15, so it was a late-ish start, and I couldn't get a job back for love of the money. I decided to start trundling home and just see how we went. I had got a job from Northampton to Dorchester booked in Tuesday, so I've got to get home. So it was literally just a matter of poodling home, and I couldn't even get a short job. But I was over target. But the dead miles from Kidderminster is not brilliant. Even worse, Tuesday. I did the job, picked up in Northampton. It was an early pickup. It was a 7:30, 7:15 pickup. And it's just down the road, literally a mile from where I live, and going to Dorchester. And it was going to a beautiful, stately home. I can't remember the name of the place. Somewhat It's outside of Dorchester. And life of me can't tell you what it was. They just had the Dorset Spring Show that they were breaking down on the Monday and Tuesday, and I was taking stuff for another show that was starting on the Wednesday. And I decided to park up in Dorchester. It's not the best area. I'd also made the plans. Do I stay around that area? Do I start driving towards Southampton or go towards Bath, Bristol? It was a 50-50. I decided to go towards Southampton, and I did have a job that got cancelled before I'd even moved. I was at the services at Roundham's Services, Southampton, and I got a job. And it before I'd even moved. He phoned me back. He said the customers just said that it's not going. It won't get there. It'd got to go to Cardiff, and it was ASAP delivery. And he said the customers just phoned and says it won't be able to be delivered until the next day, which is okay. But I would have to get a hotel because the item was a big item to go in the back of the van. I couldn't sleep in the van. I informed the shipper. I said, "Well, I can do it, but you're gonna have to pay for a hotel. You have to pay for food because I'm going to be out for the night." I said, "So we're looking at probably 60, 70 quid extra." And which what I should have delivered tonight and probably driven to Bristol. I'm now delivering tomorrow, and it weren't going to be an early. It was a 9 o'clock delivery, which is fine. But he was like, in an hour in. I said, it's easy enough to just cancel it because I didn't really want to be stuck in a hotel, like a 50 quid hotel, and not getting the money because I'd booked that Cardiff job at quite a cheapish rate because I thought if I get to Cardiff, get it delivered, I can tramp in the van either in Cardiff or Bristol, Newport. So we cancelled it. And I couldn't pick nothing else up. I decided I was going to start driving home again. And then a job come up and it was picking up in Northampton delivering the next day to Stoke-on-Trent, but it wasn't JCB, and it was 7 boxes, big boxes. And I was meeting this shipper's own driver, and I was meeting him at the services at Northampton, at Junction 15A, but he weren't going to be there till 6:30, which I was there at 5:15, which is fine. So I dead miled it back from Dorchester. So it's a horrendous dead miles. But I hadn't got enough money on the first job to stay out, tramp or whatever. So it was still best option of a bad job. Anyway, picked this job up from the services. He got there just after 6:30. Nice bloke. 7 boxes in, took them home, and they were getting delivered at Stoke-on-Trent at 8:30 in the morning. And that's what happened on Wednesday. I took them to Stoke, and I got there 8:30, smack on 8:30, got it delivered, and there was a job on there from Buxton, which was about 15, 20 miles away, to Wellingborough, which obviously everyone knows I'm Northampton. Wellingborough is only 7 miles down the road. And I thought, I'll put a bid in on that, a good bid. I'm not going to hit target with this, but I'm going to be right near home. I'm only 30 quid short of target on the day. And I got it. I got the job. And I thought, might be a bit iffy getting out of Stoke anyway, because if there's anyone delivering JCB early, they're going to be available. A bit of competition. As it transpires, there was 4 jobs come out of Stoke when I was on my way to Buxton. Now, I love that road. It's a biker's road, as you know, I'm a biker. And the road to Buxton and then continuing across, it's gorgeous. But it's a slow road. It really is, especially if you're stuck behind a lorry. So it took a fair bit of time. But I was done. I was literally done. And back in Wellingborough, delivered by 12:30. So I'd only got a 6-hour day. And I made the decision to go and see Daz, my mechanic. We're going to put some new shocks on the van. Just tilt that a little bit, right? And yeah, we're deciding when we're going to get them done. I don't want the van off the road too much, so we're going to sort that out. And so I had a cup of tea with him, and it was a beautiful day. Weather was gorgeous, so I binned it off. I just said, "Yeah, that's fine," and I was home. I got home. I had a cup of tea with him. I was home 2 o'clock, done, and spent the rest of the afternoon, give the van a bit of a clean, come in, did some admin. Weren't much to do. I'd caught up. Just took the day off, half day. You've got to take advantage. And Thursday, I got a job already in booked in, and it was going to Birmingham. Um, it was a strange one. It was, first of all, this is weird. It was pick a pallet up, local to me, Brackmills Industrial Estate. It's only 4 mile down the road. Pick the pallet up with the items on it, go into a residential address in Kidderminster. In fact, it was outside of Kidderminster, but that's by the by. And you got to dispose of the pallet. And had to dispose it at a courier in Birmingham. They'd agreed, one courier had agreed, national courier, that I delivered to the pallet. It was shrink wrapped, so Stanley knife. There was 10, 12 boxes, nice, into a residential address, and take the pallet and the shrink wrap to a big courier regional distribution centre in Birmingham, and they knew all about it. And so I took it 25 miles into Birmingham, an empty pallet. There you go. Pays the money. And so I was looking for a job, and I did get a job eventually. Not eventually, quite quick, within about 3/4 of an hour. Briley Hill to Leamington Spa, which was going to a new school, not in Leamington Spa, just a bit south. And that was a pain in the ass to find the guy on site building this new school. There must have been about 100 different types of fitters and brickies and insulation, and I've got to find the aircon guy. And I've got him eventually. We got it sorted. It took longer than it probably should have done. But that was pretty good because I stopped at Leamington Spa and I got a job from Leamington Spa. Someone who watches the channel, I won't name him because he didn't say or name me, but I picked up in Leamington Spa and it was taking herbs, dry herbs, 2 drops, and it was Bista and Brackley. So you know who you are. If you want me to name you, just put something in the comment or give us a bell. Lovely, really nice shipper. I've worked for him before. A couple of the guys have, and they've always said he's really nice. So nice to meet you. A little chat on the phone, and yeah, that got me a few bob to make target that day, just about, and it got me home. And wasn't home too bad actually. I was home by 6, so 6:10. So it was an okay day. and a job. I hadn't got anything booked in Friday, and then there was a job on there. Oh, come up late Friday, late Thursday. I was actually doing my invoices for the day, and a job come on from Rusden to Ellesmere Port, and I've done this job I think once before, and I put a quote in, and I phoned, and yeah, it gave me the job, and it was an okay price. It wasn't massive, but it got me out early. Pick up 7, go to Ellesmere Port. So Friday we picked up 7 o'clock, and just before 7, one box going to Ellesmere Port, and before I got there, one of the shippers who again watches me, and I'm on his WhatsApp group and his portal, and he can see where I was, and I could see he got a job on there, and I thought I was a little bit too far away from it, but I wasn't. I was 25, 30 miles, but we agreed a fee, and it was okay by me, and it was going to Nottingham. It was 2 pickups delivering to Nottingham, and from where I was, Ellesmere Port, it was going back across the Cat and Fiddle Road, which again is fantastic, lovely road, but it's slow as fuck. It's all windy, brilliant on a motorbike. In a van, it's okay. Views were beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's lovely driving, but you've got to get somewhere. It takes you ages, and it was. Got to Nottingham, took me forever, and I thought that'd be it. And I thought, well, it hasn't been brilliant, but that I was on target for that day, all bar a fiver. I thought I'll just drive over from Nottingham. It was still 70 miles, so more dead miles. And a job was on there. I was on my way going down towards East Midlands Airport from past the Ratcliffe power station, the chimneys. And a job come on from Derby to Nuneaton. And I checked on it, and I was only 10 miles from it. I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll put a big quote on this, because if they want it done, want me to divert Nuneaton, it's on the way home-ish. And I got it for a really good price, about 150. But it was a shortish job, urgent. I was the closest one, he says, so could you get there quick as? And it was to take a belt going down to a distribution centre in Nuneaton, which their machinery had stopped, so they needed this belt ASAP to carry on working. It fitted in the front of the van. It was only a small belt like that. So that made my Friday. That last job just took me right over, and I hit target for the week just by 17 quid. If I hadn't got that job, I wouldn't have hit target. Yes, I got too many dead miles, but that was the week. I did 1,580 miles. My driving time and my duty time was 50 hours. My driving was 33, so you can see I got 17 hours when I wasn't driving. That's 3 hours 20 minutes a day where I'm sat on my arse waiting. Yeah, 3 hours a day is a lot of waiting around time. Yeah, you have lunch, it takes you half an hour. You have a cup of coffee, another 20 minutes, fuel up. But yeah, there was a lot of waiting around time, as well as, you know, wasted miles. My money was 942, which plus VAT is 1130. Give the VAT man his 10%, and that leaves me with £1,017. Average 203 a day. I'd like to get higher average in that, but it's for all the dead miles and all not getting jobs, just didn't seem to fall in. Still managed to do okay. So yeah, we was happy. Friday made it. If it had been a shit Friday, it'd have been probably a shit week. But Friday made it, and long weekend. Obviously, I didn't work today, Saturday, Sunday. I did quote on a job, believe it or not, on Saturday morning, going up to Northumberland. But I put a job on that. I put a quote on that. I'm never going to get nothing out of there. So I'm going to travel back. So I put £1, I think £1.40 on it, £1.30, because I'd done it for there and back just for the money. So I wasn't going to get that. But yeah, and the Saints got beat in the semi-final of the European Cup to Leinster, 20 points to 17. For the first half, first 50 minutes, we weren't even. They were just too good for us. But then we picked up and we went at them and went at them, and we just couldn't quite get the final score to win the game, which is big disappointment. But great effort, really proud of the guys, young lads. We've got a very young team, so hopefully they'll learn from that. So that was that. Yesterday went out. Me and the wife went out in the car. Went out to Mountain Mowbray. We went to a farmer's market, which was quite strange because it really was. a farmer's market. Sheep. There was stalls there, but it was livestock. I just put farmers market. Don't get me wrong, there was loads of stalls as well, but it was agriculture. But we had a little wander into Mount Mowbray, and there was a big bikers thing there. There's four lots different groups, different Harley Davidson owner groups. I think called chapters, but lovely blokes. And I had a chat with a few of them, and I took my bike out as well. We took the bike out, had a good spin on the bike on the Blackbird, had a real good spin. Haven't rode it since July, August last year. So I got it out the shed, got it all sorted out. I've swapped them over. That's the bike I'm going to be riding for, bit of fun. And that was my week. And today, yeah, we've been out, we're sorting out bloody internet. We got Vodafone dongles. Me and my wife. I've got one in the van I'll take with me. My wife's got one here so she can internet tanny, all that bollocks. And it's just been playing up. And we know the guy who works at Vodafone in Wellingborough. He's a lovely lad, and his mum lives dead opposite us, and he's a lovely lad. And so we went over today because on the phone, my wife got the phone. They couldn't even find her account. We went over and tried to sort out the dongle, and yeah, they're doing maintenance in the area, but there was something wrong with my wife's SIM. So the download wasn't brilliant, was it slow, and he's put a new SIM in. He gave me a new battery for mine because my battery was getting hot, and he said that's the battery. It's just struggling. So I got a new battery. It didn't charge. It's all in with a contract. We've still got a year and a bit to go on our contracts with Vodafone. What we're going to do, we're going to swap one of them to a different network. So when we're at home, if the Vodafone's down, we've got a different network. You can sort of flip flop between the two. I'm happy with mine when I'm out on the road. I do have the odd problem. Can't get a signal, but it's very rare. So yeah, I've been sorting that out this morning, having a chill out this afternoon, doing loads of gardening. Gardening. I hate gardening. But we've tidied it all up. It looks really nice. Washed the Volvo and set the van up ready for tomorrow. Anyway, I've waffled on way too long. Are you having a great bank holiday? The weather's really good. It's going to be next weekend's going to be really warm apparently. So we've got a home game of the Saints, and then we're going to get a bike out and we're going to have a raz. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you did better than me last week. We dead miles because my dead miles was shite last week, and it really needs cutting down. And also, jobs, pence per mile, people are just going in low as hell. The Birmingham one, I spoke to a shipper and he's getting quotes 50 to 60 pence for jobs. I spoke to another shipper as well who's getting either mega cheap quotes from people with bad feedback, or they're just new drivers, which, yeah, I can understand you want to get jobs and that, but I just think the price is so low at the moment. It's demand, isn't it? There's too many drivers for not enough work, and it's a ship. I think it's a bit of a shipper's market where they can, you're quoting low just to get a job. If you haven't had a job, I've been to places and I've watched on the app who's nearby, and they've just been green all day long. No one's either working, they just haven't got a job. They can't get a job. It's a struggle. It is a struggle. It's a lot more difficult this year than it has been the last couple of years. But we keep going, and we hope the tide turns and we get plenty of work and make money. Anyway, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Doesn't cost a penny. Get mine up. I think I'm on 1,130 or something like that. It's brilliant. I appreciate it as well. Any questions, I will try and answer. And I'm trying to work out to do a vlog. Whoa. A vlog on Trusted in the CX. And I'm finding it difficult to word it without causing a can of worms to go like that. Because I only mentioned it on the other video, didn't mention it, and all my comments were about Trusted, how it is, So it's going to be. I'm going to try and word it so it's my view, my impartial view of it. It may not be anyone else's. It may not be a lot of your views, but it's going to be my view. So until I get that wording right, and I'm happy with putting it out there, it's probably the only word I will listen to again to make sure I've got my view across and not just some crap that's not true. So Have a good week. Speak soon.